Let us see the definition what PMI gives about a project. A project has three characteristics in it. Only then we can call it as a project. It should suffice these three characteristics. One, a project is always temporary in nature. A project is a temporary endeavor. What do you mean by temporary endeavor? It means it should always have a start date and end date. As Lavanya said, it comes with a timeline. A project should always have a start date and end date. Whichever doesn't have an end date is not a project. It's more related to operations. It's not like government projects, especially in India. It has government projects, they have only a start date, no end date. No, we never know when they will complete. So a project is always a temporary endeavor. Endeavor is nothing but an attempt. So in temporary means it should have a start date and end date. Undertaken to create. Why do you undertake a project? To create. You do a project to create a unique product, service, or result. Let us see the unique word later. A project should create any one of these or all the three also. Product, service, or result. You do a project to create a product. The outcome of a project can be a product. For example, you are a project manager in Apple company. You are developing a new mobile model, 8S. Now it's a product. It's a product what you are developing. So the outcome of this project is a product. Sometimes the outcome of a project can be a result. It may not be a product. For example, pulse polio program in India. You must be, everyone knows the pulse polio program, no polio drops. They did this project for a result, polio free India. There's no product or anything. This project is done for a result. Or as part of HR program to improve the retention rate of the employees to reduce the attrition, you have done some project to improve the employee satisfaction. Here you are seeing a result, reduction in attrition rate. So the outcome of a project can be result. The outcome of a project can be a service. Giving service or providing service is not a project, remember. The capability to perform a service is a project. For example, you want to provide service and you want to set up a call center. Setting up that entire call center can be taken up as a project. Providing service is not a project because that's a routine activity. Or you want to provide email service in your organization. Let us say there is no email in your organization, still everyone is writing on a piece of paper and they're putting in the post box. So you want to develop an email service, designing that entire email service and building that entire email service, that developing that capability called email service can be taken up as a project. So the what is the first characteristic? A project is always temporary in nature. It means it should have a start date and end date. And the outcome of a project can be product, service, or result. And the third characteristic is very, very, very important. The outcome of a project should be always unique in nature. The outcome of a project cannot be repetitive in nature. It's unique. It's not existing till now. For example, you are a project manager for Apple Mobile 8S and you developed it. First time that Apple Mobile has been produced. So it's unique in nature. Once you produce one mobile, it's put into manufacturing, then millions of those Apple 8S mobiles are produced. That becomes operation. There, it's a repetitive in nature. Many times, a context will be given where they say in the examination, I'm talking, where they give a situation where the outcome is repetitive in nature, and they say, what's wrong here? It's not a project, it's operations or manufacturing where you produce the same repetitive product or result. Or you are a project manager to develop a new formula in Coca-Cola orange flavor, Coke orange flavor. You do R&D, research and development, to develop this new formula. That can be taken up as a project, and that first Coke bottle what you produce is unique in nature. Once that Coke bottle is produced, orange flavor, it will be put under manufacturing, then millions of Coke orange are produced. That's not project. Normally in real time we use, I am in operations project. Technically that's incorrect. We use it because in operations the result is the same, like you take backup every day, same routine activity, or you will be resolving the tickets, the same routine activity. There's nothing unique over there. So the outcome of a project should be always unique in nature. So these are the three characteristics. So only when it's any entity which suffice these three characteristics can be called as a project. You'll get at least two questions on this. Don't think that they will ask a definition. A project is a dash endeavor. No, it's a scenario. As per the situation context, you have to identify whether it's a project or operations. So what are the three characteristics of a project? It's important, so I'm spending more time. A project is temporary, is a temporary endeavor. What do you mean by temporary? Anyone?
With a time bound
Yeah, it should have a start date and end date, time bound.
in there.
And what is the outcome? What is the second characteristic?
Must be unique
Create.
product.
Unique. The outcome of a project is always unique in nature. And what will a project create? What it can create?
A
A
product,
product or
service, or
Product, service, or result. The outcome of a project will
result.
be a product, service, or result. So a project is temporary in nature. The outcome of a project is always unique, and the outcome can be a product, service, or result. Is it clear? Yeah, clear?
So I have a question.
Please.
So all the R&D projects that we take up in IT or in any other field,
Hmm.
the outcome of the R&D projects, are they considered as a result? Are they characterized as result or a service?
Again, it
Is there any
depends. So,
possibility?
I will tell you what. No, the R&D project. Suppose you are developing a medicine for diabetes. Okay, there it's a product. No, the tablet. What you are finding, the medicine. Okay, that there it's a unique product. You are using this medicine to eradicate diabetes across the world. You started a project. No, doing the publicity, ensuring that the medicine has reached out to all the patients across the world. There, the project outcome is a result. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just one question. When we talk about result, is it success or failure? We can't both.
Normally, we do projects for success only.
When we are talking about R&D, if someone is developing medicine,
Hmm.
it can be a success or it can be a failure. So
Then that is a
whether we
project
should,
failure. Then it's a project failure. If the project didn't meet the objective, it means project has failed.
okay. So outcome doesn't matter.
Yeah. Objective should be met. Objective should be met. So the objective
Okay.
behind the research and development of a medicine is to to develop a good medicine for diabetes, and for which you fail. So it's a project failure. Yeah.
Okay. The result should be success.
Yes. Now, what is project management? Managing the project. In layman terms, if I have to say, managing the project. How do you manage the project? By applying your knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities. So, project management means managing the project by applying your knowledge. As a project manager, you apply your knowledge, your skills. You use various tools, we use various techniques. And as I told you, the entire syllabus is divided into 47 processes. It means Process means nothing but group of activities. What do you mean by process? Group of activities. It means you'll be doing 47 activities as a project manager. Management activities I'm talking about. 47 different activities you do as a project manager. Some activities you do as part in the initial stages, some activities you do as part of planning, some activities as part of executing, some activities as part of monitoring and controlling, some activities as part of closing. So you remember 5 process groups: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. So 47 process you have. This training is all about learning these 47 processes. So there are these 47 processes are grouped into 5. That's called process groups. Process groups. You have to be familiar with these words. How many process groups we have? 5. What are those? Initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. And closing. I'm giving you 1 minute time. By heart these names. What are the 5 process groups? 1 minute time by heart the names.
I have a question, Ram.
Yes.
So, will the launch of the product or the deployment of a software product be part of the execution or closing? Or I'm sure it's not part of monitoring though.
No, here that can be taken up as a project. So deploying the software globally across 40,000 computers, 500 servers, releasing this software can be taken up as a project. See, don't get confused with the activities what you are doing in IT. In IT, first you will design the software, then you will build the software, then you will deploy the software. All these activities are different stages of your product. Each stage can be taken up as a project. In your That's a product development. You are developing a product there. So each
Okay.
stage of this product development can be taken up as a separate projects, or within the same project you can do these. Right? These are different. These are management activities. You are talking about the technical activities there.
Okay.
Got it? Did I answer your question?